What's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Wednesday, August 28th, 2024, and we haven't traded anything yet, folks. This is pre-market. As you can see right down here, folks, it is 8:35 Eastern Time. So we don't have anything. Obviously, it's not regular trading hours. Yeah, we got some pre-market action going on, but yeah, this is it. So this is what I'm going to be looking at throughout the day today. Now, I'm going to do the same thing today that I did yesterday, obviously. I'm going to do my pre-market video, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to come back and see how everything played out. Yeah, so we're going to check that out. So right now, so if you remember from yesterday's video, we had pre-market that, the last 15 or 30 minutes of the pre-market, it ran down actually below, I think just below a demand zone. Then it got back into that demand zone and it ran up and it caught pre-market high, which was a beautiful play. And I think we had a little over $3 worth of total pre-market movement yesterday, which is really, really good, folks. It's really, really good. But for right now, so here's what we got. We got pre-market high, 562.26. We got pre-market low, 560.84. Now, if we move down low, what we've got is we've got a little demand zone sitting here at 560.67. Now, the only issue, the next demand zone down below that is 559.50. So it's not really that far. The only issue that I have with this particular demand zone is I have all these wicks. Well, you can call them wicks. I call them generally wicks on top, tails on the bottom. So I have all of these tails on bottom. Now, this demand zone that we have left over from, I guess this is Monday. I'm sorry, yeah, so this is a demand zone left over from Monday. So it's kind of a jumbled up mess right in through here, and a lot of price action yesterday, particularly the last 2.5 hours, was about as bad as I've ever seen it, for over that time period. But at any rate, we do have that demand zone. It's a weak, kind of a weak demand zone. Right in here, only because we have the tails on the bottom of these sticks right here. And again, these are 30-minute candles right here. But again, we have these wicks or these tails on the bottom. And then we have the next demand zone back down below. It's going to be just below the 559.50. So this is only $1. There's a little over $1 here, which if you catch a dollar move is really, really good. But again, let's be aware of that. Now, from a supply zone standpoint, we got one just above. We got this one. I was going to put it, right up here. So 562.72, and that would have been based on Fridays. But I don't see. I mean, this is the price action left over from yesterday. Yeah, we got the top out right over here. Actually, this is Monday, so we got Monday, then Tuesday, and then today. But anyway, I am going to be playing this. I'm going to trust the 9 and the 20 back to the upside. I'll see if I can, get a little bit clearer on my supply zones up top. And again, I might have to go back a little bit further. I know what our all-time high is right around 565.15 or so. But this is what I'm looking at today. So, folks, pay very, very close attention, kind of like it played out yesterday. We took out that pre-market low. We immediately went into, actually, we took out that demand zone, then took out pre-market low, and then we came back around. We picked up that demand zone, and it just ran and it ran and it ran. And again, about a $3 play back to the upside. Those are generally really, really nice plays. Now, obviously, we never know what's going to happen during the trading day. That's why we use that's why I use technical analysis. Today we have NVDA earnings. So NVDA earnings is going to happen after the market closes today. So be on the lookout for any kind of false breakouts to the upside or the downside. The expectation is that they're going to beat earnings again. So that's kind of what everybody thinks. But that's probably the reason for this really, really poor price action yesterday. And again, about the last 2.5 hours, people got trapped in trades, which, number one, it was so... It's middle of the day, middle to late part of the day, so it was really, really difficult to make any money on this price action. You never know when it's going to happen, but again, we weren't necessarily making any higher highs or lower lows or anything like that. So it was about as bad as I've ever seen it for that length of time, 2.5 hours. Actually, there's one other time I remember here a few months ago, but anyway, it was really ugly. But anyway, these are the levels that I'll be looking at today. See if it takes out any of these levels. And again, I'll come up with a couple of supply zones up top. And again, the expectation is I have no earthly idea what's going to happen. We never know what's going to happen. But again, we do have NVIDIA earnings. The consensus is that they're going to beat earnings. So we have earnings right after market close. And we have the NVIDIA earnings call at 5 o'clock Eastern time today. So other than that, there's really no catalyst to speak of. We have something coming out. Let me see. I'll check on that real quick. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. I've really never seen crude oil inventories move anything because it's not a real. I mean, it's always kind of a volatile market, but not as volatile as we saw, just a few years ago. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be looking for today. So we're going to be back late to mid-afternoon, I would imagine, kind of the same thing as yesterday. We're going to pick up where we left off. But until then, trade well, and I'll see you in the markets. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Paul back with Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. It is market hours right now. Remember, we made the, obviously you're watching the video, so you saw what we had set up in pre-market high, 562.25, pre-market low down here at, what do we got? We got 560.84. So we saw that, we see $1.40, something like that. Now, we have all these zones that I'm looking for down below 560.19, 559.50. These are zones that I've been looking for over the last couple of days, including this zone right down here, 558.57. That was a big zone. We got another 15-minute zone and 555. 555.83. This is a big one. I've been looking for this zone for the last couple of days, folks. But anyway, let's kind of see what happened as we started printing today. It was kind of a redo of what we saw yesterday, the last couple of hours. Let me look at that real quick. Last 2.5 hours of yesterday did absolutely nothing. I mean, it was the worst possible price action that you can imagine. Again, for about 2.5 hours, people got trapped in positions left and right. And we started out like that again today, folks. I mean, look at this price action. It wasn't doing anything. Again, we had pre-market low. We had this demand zone, that people took calls out of this demand zone because, again, it's a demand zone, thinking that maybe it was going to do the same thing as it did yesterday. It just kind of bounced around until it didn't bounce around. Now, I was not in this play, but you can see what this play did to the downside. Look at this thing. I mean, it just dropped and it dropped and it dropped. You can look back on it and go, well, why were you not in that play? Well, it was easy. The answer was really easy as to why I wasn't in this trade. Well, because the price action up to that point, and this was a little over an hour into the day, an hour and 10 minutes into the day, and then it started going down. I mean, it just dumped. You're thinking, we got NVIDIA. That's they're doing their earnings this afternoon, and then their earnings call at 5 o'clock Eastern time. They normally beat the last few times, so why would it go down? My answer is I have no earthly idea. I looked at a couple of financial pages that I typically look at, the financial juice being one of those, and it really didn't have anything other than maybe a little bit of information on crude oil inventories, but other than that, there was really nothing to speak of. Now, right now, folks, I'm looking over to my chart. We're coming out of that demand zone. Let's see if we can make a move back to the upside. Maybe, possibly, maybe. But again, look at these plays back to the downside. I mean, I've kind of bounced around through that 15-minute zone. I took my first trade right in here, took out this 558.57, failed to get up through here, took a double cross to the downside, let it bounce around for a couple minutes, caught a nice one back to the downside. This was a decent little trade in here. I mean, it was nice. I mean, as a percentage, it was a really, really nice percentage. And then it ran up, and I'm thinking, man, is it just going to run up? Is it? And I missed this little double cross to the downside at 13.13. We had a couple of people in the group that caught that play and did very, very well. I wasn't going to miss it again, so here we go, folks. We caught this we were through the POC. I wanted to get through the POC because, again, that would act as support. So we got through the POC right in here. We closed just below our 557.85. And anyway, we basically below the 20, below the 9, below everything, and thought, you know what? I don't really have a whole lot to lose. I was going to use the POC as my stop. So there was very, very little to lose, and this thing just ran and it ran. And again, I had this target down here at 555.83. And so, yeah, we'll take it's basically a $2 play back to the downside that When we have that set up and it presents itself, it was right there, folks. So it was one of those that you never have to take a play. But that's one of those that you take it and you go, you know what, I can be done for the week at that point. Not that it matters, but the execution is what matters. I mean, we can turn off this 20 and just follow this 9 all the way down. And the question is, why did I close it out right in here? Why did I not wait until I breached a 9 back to the upside? Well, it was very simple, because I wanted to close out into strength into that demand zone, because again, that's a demand zone. Now, there's another one that was just a little bit lower, just a few cents lower. So I closed into that one too. So 555.50 and 553 or 555.83 right up in there, folks. So anyway, closed it out. So I got really close to the bottom of that second double bottom on the 30. But it's just kind of still doing its thing right in here, folks. We're trying to see if maybe we can get one more play out of this. So I'm watching this live price action right now and thinking, okay, maybe if we can get another close. So let's say we get a double cross through this level right here. So a double cross to the downside through this level. So we're talking about 555.83. And I know that people are listening to me live, folks. So if you're looking to get back into this play, we would like to get a close below that 555.83. Again, we just got that double cross on an otherwise downtrending day. So let's see if we can get below that 83. Again, that 83 is we don't really care about demand zones, because it's pounding through all of them today, folks. So again, see if we got that double cross right into that demand zone. Let's see if we can push it down just a little bit more and make this thing go gadget. Maybe we can. I have no earthly idea. No, so from a volume standpoint, volume has actually been pretty light today, relatively speaking. Let me see. Yeah, it was light earlier. We've had a few candles that were decent volume candles, but for the most part, it was it's just a light volume day. Now, NVDA, they're slated to have their earnings released right after close today, so that might do something. But again, folks, if you are looking, and I'm saying this to the group, if you're looking for puts in here, folks, there you got that close. You just got that close just below that level. We're looking to get a close below 555.83. Now, the next level down is about 555.50 or so. Let's see if we can get that confirmed cross to the downside. Maybe we can. I have no earthly idea. A stop on this needs to be a swing high, 555.5606. Still no confirmed cross. Kind of a little shaker outer candle right there. Here's your 5-minute look, folks. So we're bouncing off that 9, trying to bounce off that 9 back to the downside and get below, again, that 83 level, get below 83. Let's see what the 3-minute looks like. Yeah, so we're trying to recapture that 9 back to the downside on the 3-minute, and again, get below this level right over here, folks. So that's how she's played out today, folks. That's how she's played out today. Again, really, really nice play that if you caught this, if for some reason you thought, you know what, it's just going to go down, I'm going to take puts, even though the price action was saying it's not good. It's not good. Sit on your hands. And you did very, very well in here. If you caught one of these other plays, double cross to the downside, again, confirmed cross over here, beautiful double cross here, and then this last double cross here about, 39. So just about 50 minutes ago when we put on that trade. But that's how she played out today. And don't forget, folks, NVIDIA earnings today. So we're going to pay close attention to that. And again, we're still going to watch to see if we can make something out of this play back to the downside. See if we can get a confirmed cross to the downside. So a confirmed cross happens when we get a 9 that crosses over the 20 to the downside. These are SMAs. And then that first red candle is going to say, okay, that's your conservative way to get into the trade. Now, to get out of that trade from a conservative standpoint is, number one, you should probably have a target in here somewhere. Number two, it's going to be when that first green candle breaches and closes above the 9. That's your signal to get out of that trade from a conservative standpoint. Again, folks, getting that cross, and again, we're below that level right here, 555.83, 555.83. Didn't even really come close to our stop in here. Again, if you're watching that P&L right now, just watch that price action. Price action is going to tell you what to do, folks. Be looking for 50 down here, maybe a little lower, 46, 34, and then down here at 04, if we can make it down there. But anyway, again, it's still playing out. It's playing out live right in front of us, folks. So I'm just going to say this real quick. If you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is just about every day, sometimes on the weekends, folks. Also, don't forget to leave us a comment. We always appreciate those comments. Here we go, folks. We're really starting to print on this one candle right here, folks. So we had that double cross. We had that next candle that closed below. We had a shaker outer candle, but we didn't shake out to the point of closing below that swing high up here, folks. Again, let's see if we can continue printing this one right in here. Again, folks, please leave us a comment and share with your friends, your neighbors, your trading community, and so on and so forth. So we got the cross. Now, if we can get that first red candle, that's going to signal the conservative play back to the downside. Again, we want to take our plays as close as we can to those major levels. This level right here, 555.83, being one of those. Now, if you are interested in live daily trading, where we talk about these setups all day long, so every single day, folks, every single day, we're talking about all these setups. If you're interested in that live daily trading, head on over to Trading Decoded. It's our live trading Discord, where literally we do this all day long. I'm live with the group right now. And again, folks, as long as we stay below that 83, that's our safety zone at this point. See if we can get a push to the downside. Again, stay below that 83. So Trading Decoded, the link for that is down below, folks. If you want to get better, if you want to learn to be a better trader, Trading Decoded, head on over there, folks. We're going to give you that first week for free, so go check it out. Now, if you're interested in the 920 crossover strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. Again, the link for that is down below, so go check that out. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a strategy. Folks, kind of a little fake out down here. Definitely a little fake out down here. It was bound to happen at some point. We found the bottom. I don't know if we found the bottom. But anyway, 920trading.com, folks. We did not close above that 9 yet, folks. But 920trading.com, the entire strategy is there for the world to see. Matter of fact, we were talking about it with a couple of other members here just a few minutes ago, how they had spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, in other trading communities and trading groups. And yeah, they do offer some valuable information. But it's, guys, you don't have to spend $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $13,000, $15,000 or $35,000 on a strategy. Head on over to 920trading.com at no cost to you, other than a little bit of your time, folks. A little bit of your time. The strategy is all there. The steps are all there. You just don't need to do it. Again, head on over there, 920trading.com. But anyway, that's how we're still trading this thing today, folks. We're still trading this thing today. But again, thank you for spending a little bit of your most precious commodity, which is your time, with us today, folks. We greatly appreciate it. We hope everybody had a great day in the markets today. But you know what? Above all else, we hope you followed your trading plan, getting to wherever it took you today, folks. Again, we hope you followed your trading plan. But again, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to do it again tomorrow. And remember, folks, NVDA this afternoon. So I hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you in the markets.